Manifestation tricks. If you're nervous on camera, maybe you got a school community and you want to share your message. I'll share my fixes here. First, have you ever sat there, you're ready to hit record, but then the nerves, the fear is stopping you? Maybe slowing you down, but maybe stopping you. And you got this message of you got something that you really want to share. You want to share that message. You want to share your story. You want to share whatever it is that you're helping people with. But the energy just isn't aligned. And I see this, and I've seen school creators posting this question again and again. And I know there's so many people who has this inner block. So it's a challenge that many people faces. And obviously it's also a challenge that if you can shift those energies, then you will much faster reach your desires. And I can say that I know this feeling because I used to be the shyest kid in class. And I'm going to share a couple of examples. I would turn red in my head, sick in my stomach, and lose sleep for anything that I had to perform in school. Anything where I was in the spotlight, all of these things would show up inside of me. So I'm going to share my story, and then after that I'm going to share some of the insights that I was reflecting on the other day, and hopefully to help you move forward so you can share your message. And this is part of I'm sharing this. I got my own school community. I'm really about helping school creators manifest their desired life, their dream business, and via school communities. It's the best and simplest way of doing this. And for me, it's very much about, that's why I call it manifestation. It's very much about aligning. It's about creating the results that you desire from the inside, meaning inside of you, and create them in the outside, in your reality. And when I say it like this, if you know what I said in the beginning, you want to record your video, but then nervousness, anxiety, fear is stopping you. That's an inner block. So you see, that block is between you and the desired life, the desired outcome you want. And by shifting that block, removing that block, releasing that block, it will be much easier for you to hit the record and upload your video or a post. So, and why I'm doing this is because I saw a couple of people asking these questions. What do you do when anxiety creeps in? I know so many people has this issue. As I said, when I was a kid in school, it was a big issue for me. I hated to be in the spotlight. I felt so awkward. I felt so, my head got red, and sometimes I even sweated. My heart was pumping, my stomach was sick. And that was in school, right? And I've been a leader, a manager since 1992, since 2012. And I co-created a company where we ended up with 500 people. And even then, when I did presentations, I still felt the nervousness. And if it was an important presentation, I still could feel the not sleeping well, feeling bad before the presentation. That was my start. So I know and I understand how it feels, or how the mind is working. But I ended up creating the company with 500 people in the team. After that, I became an entrepreneur. I had a debt of 1.5 million US dollars, and I wanted to solve that. So I created a company, and I went through all of those emotions, and in a short time, less than 4 years, I had 60 people in my team. Then when I saw that was working, I started doing speeches, then seminars and coaching. And I've been on stages in front of thousands of people, even internationally. So if you can imagine that little boy with all of this shyness, and I had to go on stage, I could lie awake for a week, sometimes even more. And I was looking my manuscript, and I was checking the commas, and it was so crazy. I was so perfectionist about all of these things. Should this word be here or here? And it was a nightmare, actually. It was a nightmare, but I did it. And finally, the last 3 years, I've been in front of cameras too, not only on YouTube, but also as an actor. And I've been even on the national TV sometimes with small roles, and have done a total of 30 short movies now, 7 with main characters, lead roles. And I'm sharing this because my beginning was so shy, so bad. So if you can relate to this, hopefully the things I'm going to share with you, what has helped me can help you too. And again, it's also for the people in my community, my school community, who want to manifest their desired outcomes, especially school community owners, online creators. And if you are one of those, or you want to become it, then again, it's so important, the things that I'm sharing with you here, because your dreams can vanish. You might not step into them or achieve them if the fear holds you back. Did that make sense? So, manifestation, I think I already shared that, but was a very, very key role for me, and that's why I created my own community around this. And it's about actually shifting for me it was my energy, inner energy, so I could show up powerfully. Aligning my energy with the desired outcome. Fear is a block, but it's inside. Nervousness is a block, it's inside. Anxiety is a block, it's inside your skin. And by shifting this, you will reach, achieve, manifest your desired outcome much easier with less effort. By the way, if you like this video just a little bit, please give it a like, and also feel free. I invite you to subscribe to this channel and also hit the bell if you want to watch when there's a new video. And if you want to join the community, if I didn't say it, there's a link below this video. So my key insights here, what I shared with some of the people who posted around this, how did I go from this shy kid and to becoming an actor? How did I go to becoming a manager? How did I go to run a business with 60 people? How did I go to the place where I went on stages in front of thousands of people? The first thing is the thing that I'm always sharing with people is actually having a vision. So from my perspective, you got to have a vision. You got to have a vision, a clear picture of what you want. For me, it was me on stages helping a lot of people, sharing my message from what I learned, from all the things, the hardships that I went through, share that message. That was my vision. Help people grow, help people develop themselves, help people into freedom. And there was the vision. That vision has to be so strong and even magnetic. So when your fears, I'll talk about mine now, when I had to go on stage and I was so afraid of it, I knew what my vision was. And I knew, okay, if I am going to share my message with, at that point, I had this vision of millions of people, then I have to go on stage. So the vision has to become so magnetic, so powerful that it's easier to step into it, attract it, manifest it. So that's the first one. And then the second one, I did share that also, and it's very important for me since 2012, where I became an entrepreneur and I created my own company and I did the coaching thing. I also invested in coaches. And I could say I manifested the right coaches, because I was at a seminar in London and I was just like, I need a coach to do this. I know when I come home, my mind will take me out of this game. My feelings will take me out of this game. This is the inner blocks. And I had that feeling. I need a coach. And that was like a feeling. And I made the decision, I will manifest the right coach. And I told this again and again, but within 24 hours, I met with a guy and we had a coffee and we chatted, and he said, you know what, Michael, I know the coach that you need. When I got back from London, we had a meeting online, and he became my coach and mentor for, I think, 3 or 4 years, helping me to create all of these things. And a coach for me, it's about being accountable. It's about being accountable to someone else but yourself. I had to when we had our sessions, I was accountable to him. Did I do the things that I said I would do? Yes or no? I had to be accountable. That's a very important thing. And also it was to help me shift my mind, and that's about finding the right person who can help you, whether it's me or whether it's someone else, but help you shift your mindset, help you shift those emotions from limiting to supporting. And lastly, he's still a friend of mine. He's a very successful entrepreneur. He's not from my country, but he's in Europe, and we're still connected. He became a friend, not the first month or two, but with time. So there was support. There was support. Even when I went through a very hard divorce back in 2012, around there, he was the support for me to just sit there and listen and still keep me accountable. So number 1, a vision. Number 2, support. Number 3, perfectionism. This was a very big one for me, and you can even hear it in this video that it's not perfect at all, and it's not on purpose. It's just many of my videos are not perfect. But I realized that manifestation isn't about being perfect. It's about alignment. It's about connection. So maybe you remember I said I was going on stages and I had all of those papers with all of my words, and I sat hours and hours and hours and wrote down the words and comments and all of these things. The funny thing is, as I grew, the audience was larger. It was more things was on. There was more things where I had to do it very good. But the more important the event became for me, the less I used a manuscript. The more I was connected with people, I had in mind what it was that I wanted. Like now, I have a few bullets and then I have in mind, it's just flowing. And so that was a big thing for me. Forget about that perfectionism. Forget about it. It's actually like, it's really like a block, trying to be perfect and trying to say the words perfect. I know my English is not perfect. I don't care. I got a message, you got a message, and that's the most important, right? And if you say something and you're afraid of it, and you manifest people in your life that's actually saying something stupid or something else about it because of your language, it's not going to be the people you want to help anyway, right? Makes sense. You want to help the people that you are aligned with, people who look up to you, people who resonate with your message, with your story, with the things that you went through. Makes sense? And the next one, this is a big one too. All of these are big ones. So the first one is vision, having a vision. The next one is support. Third one is perfectionism. The next one, the 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth one is debriefing. This is a very big one. And I implemented this with a coach and another coach that I had at another time. But after an event, I sat down, and when I had a team in my coaching business, I sat down with them after an event and I said, okay, guys, let's get together here. We know our vision. Let's debrief on this. What's good? What didn't work out? What can we do better? And it's not like writing 30 pages. It was the most important things. And this is very helpful. So even if you are uploading your video and then after, just spend 5 minutes, pen and paper. Okay, what went good? What's not so good? And what could I improve? And then write it down. So this gets it out of your head. It's out of your emotion. It's actually on paper. It's very practical. It's not about if you're good enough. It's not about if people love you or anything. It's about, did you prepare enough? Did you remember to turn the mic on? I sometimes forget. Did you remember to whatever? To ask people to subscribe to your channel? Go through this, but in a supporting way of yourself, to help you achieve your vision, stepping into it, manifesting your vision. So, and the next thing is repetition. And this is about actually with practice, because there's nothing like practice. You probably know that even when we needed to bike, we had to practice. When you needed to learn the language, you had to practice. When you need to learn mathematics, you had to practice. So with practice, your fear will lose its power. And with that practice, in my case, practicing, doing hundreds of events, doing thousands of sales meetings. And I was the worst salesperson in the beginning. I spilled coffee on my papers and I didn't know what to say and I was looking stupid. But after thousands of meetings, I wouldn't say that I was perfect, but I actually closed a lot of sales in my business with the 60 people. So my manifestation became reality by these things. And there's actually a couple of big things more. I'm going to share those with you in a minute here. And then actually I also do have an exercise for you. And the thing that I shared with one of the guys who was posting this was actually that maybe it's also about finding your style. So if you have an idea how you want to do your videos, but you feel very awkward, maybe in the beginning to help you, it's kind of like having those training wheels on, you find some videos or get the inspiration, set the intention for the inspiration that you want to find a way to record these videos that will help you making it much easier. So a style, and then you'll manifest your style. You'll manifest a way where you fit in, and maybe you have to try something, then you'll try something else, but keep doing it and you'll manifest a way to do it that really helps you. Supporting you, sharing your content, your message. And in there, from my all of the things that I've been through, there's no right or wrong way here. There's no one way. And this is where I'm, like I say in my SKOOL community, is like, what I'm sharing is not that much about strategies. It's more about you getting aligned with that vision of yours, with your dream life. And that might be a totally different way than another person is doing it. Doesn't matter. Makes sense? So find the approach that matches your energy where you are right now. And maybe you've got to get a little bit out of the comfort zone. Maybe you've got to feel a little bit of the fear and all of these things. That's not bad, as long as it's not hindering you so you can share your message. Which leads me to the next thing here. This runs a little bit longer than I was preparing, but The next thing is the emotions. And one of the things I really wish I had knew this from the beginning, or being aware of this from the beginning. One of the big things for me was I was afraid of my emotions. I was afraid of the fear because it felt so convincing. And which meant that my mind was running crazy with all the things that could go wrong. But this is not the way of, that just led to more fear. It just led to more fear. So instead of it, one of the things, and this is especially from the acting that I've learned this, is to, instead of running away from the fear, instead of like forcing through it, I did that too, but I wish I learned, like I said this from the beginning, instead of that, acknowledge the fear. So when the fear shows up, just acknowledge it. Be friend with yourself, love yourself enough, and say, okay, I feel fear now. I even say this on movie sets. If I feel it, I share it. Say, okay, I'm feeling nervousness now. And then allow it. Just breathe, allow it, stay with it, let it do its thing. And what you will experience with time is that, and also when you are with it, that it will release, and the power of the emotion will be lowered. And then you can move forward, because this is so powerful manifestation thing and action that if you try to move through that inner resistance of fear, it will still be there. But if you acknowledge it and you let it do its thing, and releasing it, transforming the energy and all of this, you just let it do it. And at a point you'll feel, okay, now it's low enough, I can do my stuff. Maybe you still feel nervous when you do it, but it's not going to be as much, and you will deliver much more powerful with your audience because of this. Make sense? So, and also the last thing here is some small steps. So you can start with simple videos. This was growing a lot longer than I actually prepared to. I said to myself, it's going to be a 5 or 10 minute video, but just take it easy. Just start with one video and put it up and go through the things that I shared here, and then the next do the same thing, and keep doing the things that I went through in this video. Keep doing it, and you'll be better. Your confidence will grow, and you'll get much more aligned. And also you're stepping towards you're manifesting your dream life, your dream business. Makes sense? How cool is this? So please let me know in the comments if this makes sense for you, if you can use this. And if you want to, I'll create a little exercise in another video, how you can do this, how you can breathe through this. Just let me know in the comments. So a recap of this. Your nerves might not disappear overnight. Mine didn't. But with these manifestation secrets, tools, whatever you want to share them or call them, it will help you to shift your state, your inner state. And it's going to be much easier for you. And also, like I said, in my community, in my SKOOL community, these are the things that we will and are focusing on. I'm still building this. And actually, it's free. And I think we got like 15 spots left before there's a price on it. So if you want to just jump in and look at the link below and join us if you want to. Because the manifestation challenge will be much about these things that I'm sharing here. And it's going to be much about helping. And even I'm doing lives once a week right now where I'm sharing these things that work for me. Helping people, help you to grow, help you to shift from the inside and then create your desired results in your outside world. So we practice together. And it's your energy. It's not perfection. I more and more believe in this. I've been through all the strategies for 13 years, so many strategies. And again, when I feel aligned with my vision, with my purpose, and I know where I'm going, I know the right things will show up in my life that will help me. And I've seen again and again also, from when I did a 50K coaching business or till I was maybe probably one of the highest paid coaches in my country, I felt it and I was aligned with that vision, and suddenly from an event on the street or someone just showing up in my inbox, a new ideal perfect client match was there, high paying, without me actually had to follow any strategies or anything. So I hope this video did help you, and I look so much forward to serve more. I'm gonna do my best to do the videos a bit shorter, but I can't promise that. And yeah, school is an amazing place, and even though you might not be a school or community builder, I hope this helped you anyway. I will see you in the next video, and lots of love.